Lassiter Factor.
What's up, all my movie loving maniacs? This your boy Bangfo B, and today I'm going to talk about Old Yeller because over the weekend I went and saw Primate, which is about a chimpanzee that gets rabies, and just that little detail alone took me back to another movie about an animal that gets rabies towards the end of the movie, and that is Old Yeller, which I remember watching on VHS back in the day. A lot of people of a certain generation love and remember this movie, and especially for a particular scene in which the Old Yeller's owner has to shoot the dog because it has rabies. Yeah, after seeing Primate, I went on Disney Plus and watched, or I should say, rewatched Old Yeller because I haven't seen it in months and was curious to see how it holds up, and it does hold up. In fact, it's no surprise how this movie somewhat holds up decades after this movie was released. But like I said, I used to have this on VHS back in the day. I don't have it no more, but this movie was definitely a staple of my childhood and definitely one of my favorite dog movies of all time. Me, what makes this movie stand out is just the journey. It's definitely a coming of age story about a boy and his dog. He's doesn't like the dog at first, but the little brother, he comes to like it, and then the older brother, he comes to like it once he realizes how useful he can be, and then they go on little adventures together and trying to keep the farm intact while his father's away. The dog is stealing food and stealing crops and corn and even makes babies with another dog. But of course, there is a plague going around this area in Texas back in those days. It's called hydrochrobia, however you pronounce it. But either way, it's rabies. Old Yeller gets rabies, and just the scene of the boy just coming to terms with, yeah, Old Yeller's gone. Just put him out of his misery, and I just love that scene. He basically went through all the stages of grief in the moment before he shoots the dog. And then after that, he is changed. He definitely learned some valuable life lessons that a lot of people, myself included, took away from this movie about grief and moving on and finding something good to replace the bad. Even watching this movie with adult eyes made me realize how good the cast was in this movie, from the mother, the oldest boy, the various men that come visiting the farm, and even the little brother. And side note, that little boy, he needed his ass whooped. I'm sorry, because at the moment, because like they told him not to go in the little cage thing where they were keeping Old Yeller, because at that point he had got rabies, but he didn't listen because he just wanted to be with the dog and almost got hurt by the dog. If I was the mother, I would have took him back in that barn and whooped his ass. But I digress. Side note, watching this movie with adult eyes, I was a little bit worried because usually I'm not perceptive to stuff like that, but it got me concerned about all the animals in this movie and how they were treated during the production of this movie. Like, for real, because there's some scenes in this movie I'm like that kind of made me a little slightly uncomfortable because of animal cruelty. I don't know, it just left a sour taste in my mouth. That's Either way, this movie is still a classic. It's heartbreaking, it's fun, it's thought provoking, and it is definitely one of Disney's best in terms of live action movies, in my opinion. I'm going to give Old Yeller the hands up emoji because it is without a doubt a masterpiece. That's it for today. Have you seen Old Yeller? If so, let me know what you think. Is it one of your favorite dog movies? If not, what is? And does the ending of this movie still break your heart to this day? Let me know in the comment section below. This your boy Bangful B of the Lassiter Factor. Stay safe, wash your hands, peace.